Hello friends, and welcome back to my homestead. Today I'm in the kitchen because I have received a few requests from my friends and my subscribers to talk to you guys about cranberries. See, this is Thanksgiving season and it's in abundance. Cranberries are in abundance on the shelves of our supermarkets, but also if you are brave enough to go and forage for some cranberries, you can also still find cranberries in some locations. Cool New England states are growing these beautiful berries. Aren't they gorgeous? And they are jam-packed with a lot of good nutrients for our health. And one of them is vitamin C. It's high in vitamin C. But they also have been studies conducted to show that it is good to fight against UTIs. You probably have heard, as soon as there's a UTI, drink cranberry juice, right? Because it's going to help to flush out your kidneys, your bladder. But the truth is, it's really on its own does not treat UTI that's usually caused by E. coli, but in conjunction with coconut oil and oregano oil, it has shown to actually kill E. coli. So again, a little disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I do not treat, prescribe, or advise any medical advices on my channel. I just like to share things that I know and things that I do for my family. So today I'm going to be making cranberry jam, but not the cooked kind of cranberry jam. If you guys have been following my channel for a little while, you know that I'm all about preserving in the best way. And I know that if we cooked a berry, we would lose some of the natural benefits of it. And I'm going to link up a video about how I preserved blueberry jam, and it came out so good. And we're eating through it pretty fast. But cranberries should not be cooked at all. I hate to tell you, friends, cranberries should not be cooked at all. So friends, today I'm going to be making raw jam, and the reason why it's going to be raw and completely uncooked is because, not because I'm trying to preserve the nutrients in it, yes, that is also that, but also because I am trying to avoid creating a dangerous compound that is called benzene. And you probably know that benzene is a carcinogenic substance that contributes to developing of cancer and causing other health issues. So let me explain. I know it sounds crazy, huh? So here's the thing. Cranberries have this substance. It's called benzoic acid, and it's naturally found in cranberries. Also, we have a high amount of vitamin C in these little guys as well. So when benzoic acid and vitamin C are treated in heat, they actually can convert, or they do actually convert into a substance that's called benzene. Benzene is a carcinogenic substance. So please don't run out and start throwing away your cranberry sauce that you bought for your Thanksgiving tables, because you would probably have to consume a lot of it to cause any kind of damage to our bodies. But still, interesting to know that it's best to be consumed raw. It has such a long shelf life. That's why if you put this in your fridge, it's going to sit there for months and months and not go bad, because it has this natural benzoic acid which is used in food industry as food preservative, right? Because it's going to inhibit a breakdown of the berry. So yes, you can freeze these guys and it will last you several months, and you can take them out and use them when you need to. The problem is after about 3 to 4 months of being frozen, it begins to lose its quality and vitamin C amount. So today I'm going to be making my raw jam. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. So for my jam today, I'm gonna need the berries themselves, and they've already been washed and dried. I spread them on a towel and I dried them for about an hour or so. And as they were drying, I sorted through to make sure that I pulled out anything that was soft and unwanted. Because some of these berries were picked when they were still very pale, and then eventually they ripened to be much, much darker and ripe. Okay, so things we're gonna need. We're gonna need the berries themselves, we're gonna need sugar. And the combination of cranberries to sugar should be 1 to 2 by weight. So I have 3 pounds of cranberries and I'm going to need 6 pounds of sugar. And I know that is a lot, but these cranberries are very sour and actually it's going to be a good combination. And again, we don't eat a lot of it. We just eat a spoon here or there, just to give ourselves some vitamin C and a little bit of sweetness. It's going to be perfect combination. Then we need somehow to break this berry. We need to pulverize it. So I know in my old country, I've seen people use meat grinders to actually pulverize them. You can use a blender. I'm going to be using a food processor. So you can try to use a handheld blender if you want to. But I know mine is not so good. So I know these berries are quite large and thick-skinned. So I'm going to be using a food processor to actually blend them, and then I will mix them with sugar. So I keep just adding a little bit of more sugar so it's nicely blend all together, because I don't want the sugar to be separate from the berries. Okay. And now I'm just gonna combine everything in a large bowl, and I'm gonna keep pulverizing the rest of these guys. Try to use equipment as clean as possible, because remember, there's going to be no preservation as far as heat applied at all. So there's going to be just sugar and berries. Okay, so everything has broken down very nicely. I don't feel any extra sugar on the bottom. The sugar dissolved very nicely with cranberries. The cranberries gave their juice, and it's a beautiful cranberry color. It's perfect now to put them in our jars. And I have these clean jars. Make sure there's no water left in them when you clean them, so they're nice and dry, clean jars. Okay, so remember, there's going to be no heat processing whatsoever. Why? Because we are going to keep the benzoic acid and vitamin C intact. We don't want them to get combined and convert into a benzene that is not good for our health. So I'm gonna try to pour all the way to the top so there's as little airspace as possible. Let's see if I can achieve that without making a mess. I think that looks pretty good. I know that we have a lot of food preservatives in our foods to make food long shelf life, and without realizing what we're actually eating. So friends, I will really encourage you to make your own food from scratch, preserve it, learn how to preserve it, not just cooking it and keeping it for today or for tomorrow, but actually preserving it for your family for months to come. So where am I going to store this jam now? I will put it on my basement shelf because it gets cool in my basement, about 50, I'm making a mess everywhere. It's about 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit in my basement. So I think I'm gonna need more jars, but I already had a little taste and let me tell you, it's delicious. So one thing I'm going to recommend, guys, that when you do take it out and you, trust me, you will want to eat it a lot and fast. I know that I made blueberry jam the same way with the same proportion, and my kids consumed it pretty fast. I made the same jam with strawberries as well, but I did not record that process. But it's absolutely wonderful. So see how I'm pulling it all the way to the top. So when you do open the jar and you're going to use it, make sure you use a clean spoon every time so you don't accidentally contaminate your whole batch by putting a dirty spoon into your jar. So this one we're going to use up quickly. But the rest I'm going to put away in my basement. If you have a place in your fridge, this is probably would be better in a fridge, especially if you're in a warmer climates, or if your wood stove is going a lot and you don't have a cool place to store. So this will be perfect in the refrigerator for several months. All right, it's going to be wonderful. Okay, so we got ourselves 6.5 jars. This one we're going to use up quickly. But I do want to taste it. And this is left over in the... It's delicious. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Want to try?
Is that on?
It's on.
It's cranberry?
You know it. This is what's left over in the bottom of the bowl. I'm scraping it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's tart, it's sweet at the same time. You want some? Come on, babe. Let me know. What do you think? Why are you shaking your head?
It's definitely sweet and tart. It's
Yeah, it's good. Jam-packed with lots of vitamins, babe. All right, friends, on this note, I'm going to say good night. It's not really that late. It's just very dark because it's dark now at 4 p.m. in New England. But anyways, hey, New England season. We have a ton of cranberries out on the shelf of our markets right now. So please, guys, go buy an extra package of 2. Get some extra organic sugar and preserve raw, delicious foods, okay? And again, I'm not gonna tell you to throw away that delicious cranberry sauce that you're going to have on your Thanksgiving table, but just keep in mind that that's the thing, that cranberries, and there are other foods that naturally have benzoic acid, and we don't want to heat it. okay? Because then it will convert into substance that we don't want to consume. On this note, friends, stay encouraged and try something new.